tiefling. I
Alright,
think.
I guess-
No, she's just really light-skinned, right?
She is a drow.
No, Yeah. She's not a tiefling.
It's
I'm just
time for my
fucking
special
stupid.
function.
I just
I already fucked it up. I'm sorry.
All right. Before...
I just have them.
Fuck.
I have to turn him down, Jesus. There we go.
Yeah, I'll turn Lancy down just a smidge.
He was at 100 volume, and I was like, I can't hear my own thoughts.
Damn. I made something like 10 minutes ago while I was waiting for my computer to boot up, and I was like, that sounds mysticky and cave-like. I like it.
I'm gonna light a candle that smells like banana nut bread.
Just banana? Dang.
All right. So, to get things started off, let's go ahead and do our D100 guessing, if you remember from last time.
7.
Hell yeah, baby.
All right. So, we'll start at the top of the list with Monsieur Schumacher.
Yes.
The dice have been rolled. What number are you predicting?
Between what?
1 and 100. It's a D100. You get, as long as you're within 10, you get some inspiration. If you get it on the money, you get 2 inspiration.
57.
57, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, the number was 95, so a little on the low side there for you, bud.
Darn.
All right. Hope the die have been cast.
67.
67. Is
You sure
that
you don't wanna
your
bump that up,
final
too?
answer?
No, I did 69 last time. Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
67.
67. Unfortunately, you were on the high side today. It was 21.
Hey, at least I don't go 83.
Yeah.
It's gonna be my second choice.
All right. Madame Catherine, the die have been cast.
I would like to pick 39. No, 38.
38.
38.
38. Is that your
Yeah.
final answer?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the dice were not in your favor today. They were 23. You were close, though. Closest so far.
Mm-hmm.
Lentiferous.
You know my number.
7.
7.
Are you sure you wanted to use 7 and you don't want to change it?
7.
Okay, you're fucking wrong.
7.
It was 75.
Well,
Question.
ditch it off.
You would-
Technically.
you would have been a lot better had you gone with the funny sex number.
Who needs the funny sex number when you never get the funny sex?
Question for you.
Ow.
Oh, God of the sky.
That is me.
I still have an inspiration from last time we did this. Does
Yes.
it carry over, or...
Indeed it does.
Fuck yes, dude.
It's just
'Cause
vibing
I never
there until
used
you-
it.
Yeah, it's vibing there until you need it.
Oh, the little
Fuck
dragon?
yes.
Yeah, I got that guy too.
Yeah, no, it's vibing there unless you need it.
Dude, what's your dragon's name?
Dragon D's nuts.
Damn.
See, I thought she was gonna set me up with like a Botha or
No, she was using
No.
something like
dragon.
that.
No.
But I know, but like the dragon's name is Botha or something like that.
No, because just Dragon
You know when
D's
people
nuts.
go back and forth?
No, just Dragon D's
I
nuts.
can't do like my jokes on my family because I start laughing hysterically, like tears in my eyes falling over, and they're like, "Oh, okay, it was a Ligma joke."
Jesus
Anyway.
Christ, Hope. Okay.
I would like hear what we did last time because I remember.
Very well.
We played catch with Brad.
You did.
True.
First off, let me, because I figured it out, let me get a little ambiance music.
Ooh, I gotta turn that down. There we go. Much better.
Wait, quickly. name
Doesn't
it
seem like
Jimmy
ambiance
3.0.
music.
Jimmy 3.0.
Change nickname. There.
Yes.
Very good.
All right. So, last time on Ohanabi, our brave adventurers, having continued their journey deeper and deeper into the Underdark, ventured down a long, dark tunnel after going through a hole that they had discovered after the fight with a few Duragar and a mind flare, as well as a bullet. After traveling for a while, the party eventually came upon this massive underground city that sat basically center on a underground river that flowed through. Upon approaching, the party was met by a group of armed warriors led by one beautiful Drow warrior who introduced herself as Adria Blade Baron, as you all should be able to see now.
She's so pretty.
After a slight bit of conversing, as well as revealing to Cabal that she shared a patron in similarity with him, she then ushered the party into the underground city. And that is where we will pick up today. So, the city...
She said she was the captain of the guard, right?
She
Or
did
something
not,
like that?
She did not
Oh, she didn't say.
Yeah, no. She did not give you her
Okay.
title. She
Got it,
just
got
said
it,
that
got it.
she was captain of this regiment.
Got it.
Got it. Got it.
So, as you all follow along behind Adria, as well as her group of armed men, you find it kind of strange, just at an odd glance, that she is the only woman, where the rest of all of these soldiers, there's about 24 soldiers, they're all men, and they're all wearing pretty much the exact same chainmail, longsword, and simple wooden shield. It's a little bit off-putting how similar they are. But you follow her down this winding path across this giant marble bridge. Looking down, it's maybe like a 300-foot tall bridge over this sort of chasm where this underground river continues to carve through the bedrock to this large terraced gate where it is this interwoven wrought iron that drops down from an easily 200-foot tall wall. And there are people sort of moving about just at this gate. You see groups of Drow people in various garbs and get-ups, and you see warriors, you see merchants. It's a sprawling city. But everyone seems very haggard and very hurried. There's an air that's kind of on edge about the city.
Excuse me, Miss Blade Baron.
Yes, what is it?
Why does everyone seem so, like, worried?
All will be explained in due time, dear.
Okay.
From the looks of things, I would say you're all getting ready for some kind of war.
All will be explained in due time. And she doesn't even look at you. She just keeps looking forward as she keeps on marching.
Ball just kind of nods.
She leads you.
I hold Brianna's hand and she's gone cross-eyed again.
Yeah, Brianna's tranced out like, why are there so many elves? I haven't seen this many elves in so long. Continuing on further into the city, Adria weaves you through these winding streets. Like, this city is sprawling and massive. Like, it is almost as big as Muramachi.
Ooh.
But it has no layout. It's all just sort of randomly mishmashed. Like at one point you see a baker, a blacksmith, and then a whorehouse. Just boom, boom, boom.
Oh, hell
Mm,
yeah, dude.
good shit.
Sounds like a good afternoon to me.
I have to.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, nothing.
Oh, okay.
Nothing on roleplay. Just give me a sec if I can find it.
Okay. So continuing on, she leads you through these winding streets for the better part of about an hour before finally stopping at this ornate kind of building. It's weird. All of these building structures, they're very bioluminescent, is the best way to describe it. They have these strange sort of bits of moss and other various flora that is
Moss, you say?
illuminated and
I
glowing.
am looking respectfully.
It's glowing like this deep purple that this entire city is giving off. It's not light, but it's just enough so that your eyes aren't straining to see.
Does the moss look like the other moss?
No,
Or
this
is it
is
a different moss?
This moss is strange because it doesn't look natural.
Is there any moss within reach of me?
It's on a building. If you just want to go over to the building and touch it,
Are we close to the building though, or would I have to like jog away and
you'd
come
have
back?
to leave the party, go over, and come back. Yeah.
It's not worth being arrested to get a clump of moss. Anyway, continuing on.
I don't know why the music stopped.
It was so flabbergasted by me wanting to get moss that
There
it
we
just...
go. I looped. Alright. You approach this ornate building. The rest of the buildings around it all have this sort of spire coming out of the top of it that has this small watchtower position at the top of it. And each of the watchtowers, there are 5 in total surrounding this building. Each of them has a single archer placed in it with a small... it's basically a light. You're familiar with the light cantrip, but instead of it being a bright, shining light, it's just this dull sort of... It's almost like the light itself is alive as it just floats silently above their heads. At this point, Adria turns to her men, and with a wave of her hand, they all bow and dismiss in unison off to 2 buildings on the side of this one building. She then turns to the rest of you and goes, "You are to meet my father."
Oh. Oh. Is he like the mayor, the king?
Well, there are a few things you must know about Drow culture.
Okay.
First and foremost, we are a matriarchy.
Oh, sorry.
But my father is a widower.
Got it.
Therefore, he is, unfortunately, our ruler.
That's not Oriana laughing, that's me.
And he will be until he meets his untimely demise.
Or would it be timely because you want a lady to rule? I suppose you don't want your father to die, though. That'd be kind of sad.
Especially since I'm next in line.
Ooh.
You don't want to rule.
I would prefer not to.
Ah.
My men have...
Do you have a...
My men have too much respect for me, and I do not wish to throw them off to some buffoon who doesn't know their way around a blade.
Do you have a sister?
I have 2 brothers.
Ew.
And she just kind of takes a second and looks at you. Ew?
I mean,
Forgive me, I'm not too familiar with the common tongue.
it's like it's an expression of like, you know, icky, gross.
Yes, I do know.
That, but slightly less. Not that you actually don't like it, just kind of like a ugh.
Oh,
A slight disdain.
Yeah.
Why would you have disdain for my brothers? Those are my kin.
Not for your brothers, just brothers in general. There was someone in the temple where I lived that had brothers, and they were not very nice.
For the record, Garrick is in the back trying not to laugh audibly.
Tiffany is currently just sitting here trying to think, what the hell does killing women have to do with becoming a king? Or not killing women, killing husbands.
I finally found it. God damn it. This is exactly what was playing through my head when our party, quote unquote, walked by the, the whorehouse.
Here.
Look.
Oh.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Never fucking mind. We'll
The
deal with that
fucking
later.
sound effect. The fucking sound
Oh my
effect.
god.
My favorite part is the little steps.
Anyway.
With that, Adria will kind of turn with a flourish as she will press both of these large wooden doors open. And this wood, it's
Oh,
not
you're going somewhere else after that video there, Matt.
no. These doors, they are wooden, but it's not a wood that you're familiar with. It's very porous and almost green. As she will push these doors open and will step in. Over her shoulder, she'll just turn back towards you and will say, "Do be sure to show your respect."
Yes, ma'am.
And we'll walk in.
If I had shoes, I would take them off at the entrance.
Do I have to take off my shoes? I start taking off my shoes and I just put them in my bag. And I hold Brihanna's hand and pull her in.
So you all enter into this.
Fucking shit, Ryuji. Get off the keyboard.
You okay, Lancey?
No, my cat stabbed my leg.
Okay.
Rip.
You walk into this large, spacious, open, almost amphitheater style room where the entrance is very small. It has a slight bit of a tunnel before it opens up into this wide, open, arched ceiling. And it is amphitheater-like, as there are rows upon rows of various seats that all lead down towards a central area where you can see sat at a large desk. This desk actually made out of oak. You can tell from the distance that there, and sat at this desk there are 3 women on one side, 2 women on the other side, and in the center sits this man.
That is indeed a man.
Oh dear.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm not in the. I'm not in the. Oh God, I'm scared now.
He has at his side this long rapier that has this strange sort of pommel to it, where it arcs and has all these various points on it that look sharp enough to prick your finger if you even so much as lay it upon it. And at her entry, Adria will draw her blade, this bright blue longsword, and hold it at her chest and give a slight bow. before sheathing it once again and approaching. As she approaches,
Crickets.
as she approaches, the man sat at the desk stands up. The remainder of the women sat all stay in their seats. He walks around the front side of it, his hand on his hilt of his sword as he approaches her, and they meet at the base of the stage where this desk is sat at. She gets down on one knee and lowers her head as the man draws his blade with his offhand, and almost like a knighting ceremony, places the hilt of his blade on one shoulder and then on the other shoulder, and then sheathes it once again. And you hear him speak in this dark, sultry tone of voice. Rise, dear daughter. And she stands up, and you can see she stands a good 6 inches taller than him.
Very good.
And he looks up at her. Come, hug your father. And you can't see her face, but you can tell her whole demeanor changes as you can feel just the happiness radiating from her as she gives him this big warm hug. And you can see his face just kind of gentle as he gives her just a couple of pats on the back. It is good to see you again.
I wish I could hug my father. He is a god, far away from me.
And she says, yes, father, it is good. I have been gone a long while. Yes, you must tell me more about your adventures. But first, and he breaks off from the hug, you must introduce these guests you have delighted my presence with. Ah, yes, of course, father. These adventurers are from the surface. They were traveling. I believe they were looking for... You were after the mind flayers, were you not?
Paul just takes a couple steps forward. Aye.
Do forgive me, I don't recall your names. If you would be so kind to introduce yourself to His Lordship Kellyander Blade Baron. And he goes, please, just call me Kellyander.
Hi, Mr. Kellyander, and I kind of curtsy awkwardly.
At that, he just kind of holds up one of his hands. Come, don't be shy. And will gesture for you all to come down out of the stands closer to him.
Just, walk on down. My name is Oriana. Pleased to meet you.
What were you saying, Ike?
Oh, no, I was just saying that Cabal approaches and he's just doing his standard bow.
Okay.
Oh, towards him. You may call me Cabal, Your Highness.
Oriana, Cabal, and you, fair folk. My name is Brihanna, Your Lordship. Please, Kellyander is fine. Of course. And you, Scalekin.
Hello, I'm Garrick. Nice to meet you, Mr. Kellyander.
Garrick. A proud, bold name.
Yeah.
And strange. I have not seen your kind in nigh on 2 millennia. As he
Hello.
looks Tiffany up and down.
I am designated as TI-774NY, but you may call me Tiffany.
Tiffany. Strange. I've not seen an automaton in 2 millennia.
Neither have I.
Tell me, where do you hail from?
Dead and not found.
Ah, I see.
Has memory problems.
I see.
Forgive my inability to find the data, Mr. Killmonger. Excuse me.
Kellyander. But thank you.
Kilianter.
I might be able to assist with that, but we will discuss that at a later time. For now, as he turns to Adria, you must tell me, how did the scouting mission fare you? Well, Father, it is as we feared. The Surface Emperor has breached the inner sanctum. Oh, that is most troubling. Yes.
Excuse me.
Hmm?
Are you talking about the Shogun? Sorry, Tiffany. The S word?
Yes, we are talking about Emperor Kaido.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of bad things up at the surface too, if he's doing bad things down here.
Ah, I see. So he does not just a menace underground, but above as well.
He
Or
burned down a whole city.
And more.
He did.
If he's not stopped, the whole land could be leveled.
Hmm, that is troubling.
And sadly, there is no level cap.
What?
Tiffany says
He-
weird things sometimes. Don't worry about him.
I
That's-
will... most certainly I will have that looked at.
Worry not, I'll delete it. What?
Unless and how that worked out.
And Adria just goes, as I was saying... Ah, yes, forgive me. Yes, we discovered that, unfortunately, the Mind Flayer colony has been indeed infested. That is most troubling. What about the... And he kind of looks at you all for a second. What about the creature that is there as well?
You mean the giant eyeball?
And she speaks up. Yes, Father, they are aware of the Beholder. That is why they are here. Ah, I see. And what
He
of...
tried to possess me once.
Both of them kind of turn and look at you. And in unison, odd.
Not very nice, if you ask me.
Adria speaks up again. But there is another issue that has arisen thanks to the Emperor's interventions. This might be a matter for another time. We do not want our newly welcomed guests to worry themselves.
Do you want me to, like, earmuffs and I kind of put my hands over my ears?
No, it's quite all right. We can discuss this at a later time. You need not be privy to all the goings-on of the eventual calamity.
What if we're really interested in
Eric, we have to be polite.
And
If they don't
Okay.
want to talk about it.
Adria just puts a hand on
it? May
her
I
father's...
be privy to your drama?
Adria just puts a hand on her father's shoulder and goes, Father, they were here to slay the Beholder. They do need to know. Slay the Beholder, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you might be of some use after all. Very well. Please, continue, Adria. Of course. We have discovered that the Elder Brain is no longer under the Beholder's control. That is wonderful news. That means the Mind Flayers will soon stop their attacks. Unfortunately, that is not the case, as the Elder Brain has found a new host, much stronger. Concerning.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say, and I don't like it if that's what you're gonna say.
Concerning.
Grandma.
Oh my god!
Do you have any evidence that this is the case? Yes, sire. Unfortunately, we do. Well, out with it. Well, you see... And she kind of hangs her head low a little bit. We encountered it, and I lost 12 men. 12? What? Oh my gods above and below.
If it is as strong as you claim, though it is sad, you should be grateful it was only 12.
And Adria takes a solemn look at you and just goes, the robot is wise.
Yeah.
Matt's rebooting. Give him a second.
Okay.
Missed the last note so well. Alright, Tiffany's rebooted.
Alright. And she just kind of, she puts a hand to her chest for a moment and goes, we have the best description that we could muster up. Unfortunately, we do not know the full extent of its power. That is concerning. Well, out with it. Of course, Father. And she reaches into her breastplate and from somewhere produces
Her titties, yep.
Produces this artist depiction, and she unrolls it and sets it out on the counter in front of the rest of these drows.
I see she has 2 bags of holding.
Shut the fuck up, Lindsay.
All of the other drow women at the table stand up and just sort of quietly murmur to themselves as Kellyander turns around and places, just using one hand kind of resting on his chin. My gods, this is concerning. Come, take a look. See if you have any insight as to what this might be.
He talking to us?
Yes, he gestures to you all.
I walk up.
You all approach this table where all these elves are congregated, and they're rolled out in surprising well color. Like, this is like top tier artist work.
Nice.
You
must
see,
have commissioned a really good person for this.
this.
Could not have been cheap.
Oh, fuck!
Cabal just kind of closes his eyes and shakes his head a bit, like, I have seen many creatures in my journey with my friends here, but this takes the cake.
You may all, if you wish, roll
We had
a
cake?
Arcana check.
Man, I rolled
Fuck,
the
dude.
insight.
Guys, I'm
Insight on it.
super smart. I'm gonna figure this out first roll, okay?
I
I'll
think
make a
you're
Are you
roll.
ready?
like a horse.
Cabal
You ready for
is.
this?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
go for it.
Oh, that's actually really fucking good. Okay. Well then. 20 total. 19 plus 1.
20 total, Oriana. Oriana, Garrick, and Tiffany, you have not the slightest clue what this could be.
Fuck,
It
dude.
it looks grotesque and just slimy, and you have no
Looks
idea
like a
what it could
hentai
be.
party, dude. I don't like that.
Cabal. Something about this creature just seems to click for you. You remember all your fights with the Mind Flayers and how their strange tentacled mouths would often try and wrap themselves around your companions and yourself. And something about the tentacles resonates with those odd sort of purple veins that are flowing out of the back of this creature.
This isn't just any mind flare. It's their queen.
And
Dire mind flare.
And Adria speaks up. We are calling it an elder brain dragon.
And he just kind of looks at her.
That's a good
So
name.
this thing, it's been spawning all the mind flares that have been causing such a ruckus both down here and up above.
Yes, and it is the former elder brain. We believe, and this is speculation at this point, but we believe that Kaido has provided a corpse to the elder brain to inhabit and fester within, creating this amalgamation of dragon and mind flayer.
DM, can I make a really sad check?
Sure, what kind of sad check are we wanting to do?
Does it look like the dragon dad, but elder brain form?
Make a investigation check.
Oh, I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I'm gonna cry if I'm right. Oh no, you said investigation?
Yes.
Oh god. No, why did I roll so good? Fuck. 19 total?
You see a familiar scar underneath
No! Oriana just breaks down, just cries. Just tears streaming down her face. I'm actually crying in real life. Holy fuck. No!
Tiffany walks over to Oriana, puts his metallic hands on his shoulder, and says, "Don't worry, we'll get the cake back." The only thing he's hung up about is Cabal saying, "Well, this takes the cake."
I hate it.
Well,
but I
I'm
love it.
sorry.
I hate it, but I love it.
I don't understand the joke because I'm so emotionally distraught. Oh no.
We'll get the cake back from this big evil dragon that's fucking up everything. Fuck this dragon.
Oh, I don't
Everybody
want to
doesn't know.
kill it now. Well, I do, but I don't.
Yeah, and Adria speaks up. We had a very rough encounter with it. And she kind of looks you all over. I mean, no offense, but I doubt you would be able to stand more than a couple of seconds against it.
No, I won't go against you on that one.
Bullshit. My AC is 21.
What?
My AC is 13.
Matt,
Yep.
how much room is there in this amphitheater?
It is wide open. Like, you could easily fit most of the city into this amphitheater.
Alright, I would like to turn into a bear and just start pacing and moaning in the like seats.
Yeah, no, easy enough. You become
Like bear crying noises, but
yeah.
just
It's more
Yeah, that's exactly what I sound like.
As you're just pacing back and forth along this amphitheater.
I forget. Did
There.
Cabal ever meet this thing before? No.
Yes, this is. I believe you were there for that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm a polar bear, baby.
No.
Oh.
You remember? Yeah. This is Sai's father.
Dad.
Sigh.
Yeah.
Denny's
I
character.
hope Brad knows about this.
Wild.
He's not even here.
I'm recording it so he can see it later.
Oh God. Oh man, I'm so fucking sad, dude. I knew him for like 20 minutes, and I'm crying in real life. What the fuck?
You remember Denny's character Sai, right, Ike?
No.
Did she leave
The
before?
Dragonborn lady.
He might have left before he
Okay.
joined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Denny was a dragonborn fighter, and the party had met her father, a gold dragon.
Okay.
And I think this was right before you joined.
Yeah.
She.
I think he, for lack of better wording, replaced her.
Yeah. She and her father, as well as Brad's former character, all went off to try and rescue Brad's former character's mother.
Yeah, that's why Oriana was so pissy with you when they first met. Because she was like, Sai just left and all that stuff. Will you two stop whispering in the meme chat? Jesus fuck.
So at this, Adria just kind of looks at this now white bear just pacing about, moaning. Strange. I take it you had some sort of semblance to this creature before it was infested?
Nope.
I haven't, but they might.
Yeah, Garrick's the only other one who would have met her.
Yeah, Garrick and Oriana.
We'll tell us.
Garrick's sitting there like, wow, that's a really fucking disgusting bird.
I was gonna get real close with the dad if you had kept her that much longer. Just for funsies.
At this point, Kellyander just kind of rubs the brow of his nose. This is most concerning. However, it does not change our overall plan. It is but another hindrance that we must overcome.
Yes.
And Adria just kind of does a quick little nod. Of course, Father. Shall we discuss the plan, then? Or are our new guests to be privy to that information? Very well. If that is in agreement with the council, as he turns to the 5 other ladies all sat at this desk, and they all have this very similar black robe that hangs over their eyes, and all you can see is just the tips of their ears pointing out from the side of it, as they all, in unison, do a solemn nod. Very well. At this point, he turns back around to the bear that's still sobbing while it's pacing. Miss Oriana, if you would be so kind as to return to the land of the walking on 2 legs.
Become a chicken.
I will come down back to the main floor and then just sit down as a bear, but like sit on my butt and just have all 4 legs and just pout as a bear.
Very well. And he will turn and his eyes will fall on you, Cabal. You seem rather knowledgeable. Tell me what you know about the Shogun.
He's a bloodthirsty warlord. Isn't that much enough?
Indeed. What more do you know?
He's not an easy opponent. We had a run-in with him.
I see.
He holds many abilities, some of which you could say is what earned him the title of the Shogun. We barely survived.
I'll drop the bear form.
I see. Tell me, what forces does he have? What powers?
Is it okay if I can just kind of... If we can just go over a glance over of Cabal recalling the encounter that him, the party, and Quasimodo had with the Shogun?
Yeah, for the sake of brevity, you basically tell the story of how you infiltrated the Shogun's palace and stole 3 of his fucking artifacts, literally from right underneath him.
Baller.
And during your recollection, he holds up a hand to stop you and just goes, "Strange. You mentioned that he metamorphed into a dragon-like creature."
Aye.
So the rumors are true, then. Do continue. And you continue recollecting your tale. Once you finish, Killiander kind of strokes his chin a little bit and will speak up after a minute and say, "The gnome. What was his name? Beliodo?
Quasimodo. Quasimodo Nomington.
Quasimodo Nomington.
Mm-hmm.
He will be of great use. Do you have some method of contacting him?
Yeah, but I don't know if he'd be too into doing it.
Basically put, he only tends to help out if it'll either benefit him or profit him. And Cabal says it while rubbing his fingers together, saying that.
I'm sure we could figure out something. We just need to have a conversation with the fine gentleman.
Excuse me, Mr. Calliander.
Yes.
There's another thing that I know about the Shogun. And I kind of, I look, God, how do I look? I look back at the party with a face of like, so sorry I'm about to say this, especially here, but like, I don't say that out loud, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I take the journal out of my bag and I say, "I'm his granddaughter."
With that, you hear just the sound of dozens of blades being drawn in unison.
I'm like dropping all of my stuff and like just holding out the journal.
And as a matter of fact, Adria's bright blue blade is like an inch away from your forehead.
I'm not even. I flinch obviously, but I'm not like trying to draw away from it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, I lean forward.
Okay, I was gonna like maneuver myself next to Oriana. It's like solidarity.
Tiffany's doing everything in his power to hold himself back. You're the bloodline. You're the bloodline. You're the bloodline.
It's not that funny, but damn it!
If you look at the journal, it'll be the proof. I didn't know until about a month ago. I was not raised with him. I was shipped off as an infant. Trust me, I don't have any pride about this.
Paul's just got his brows just like furrowed and a bit of a frown. And you deigned to not tell us this till now because
I was ashamed and scared. Do you know what it's like to live your whole life knowing that you're an abomination and not knowing why, and then finding out why, and everything just gets worse. Your party gets attacked, someone gets kidnapped and tortured just because you exist?
I know the first part.
At this, you can see that Kellyander has not touched his blade. His hand is not moved. Lower your weapons. She is of no threat to me.
He's casting an instant death spell.
Power word kill, just instantly.
And
Wow.
you watch as Kellyander first, and then everyone else slowly takes their blades and returns them to their sheaths. As Kellyander will approach you and just put a finger underneath your chin and just lift your head up. Do not dread on the past, child. The past does not control who you are. It is your actions in the moment that control who you are. As he uses his other hand and will take the journal from you, if you'll allow him
Yep.
to.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And we'll flip it open, and his eyes illuminate with this sort of blue iridescent light as he just rapidly flips through the journal before closing it and returning it to you.
Close the journal. What the hell is this talking about balls getting kicked into mouths?
It's not my journal.
Yeah, there's an entire chapter devoted to this.
That's not my journal, though.
Yeah, and he closes it and returns it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You have suffered much, child. And for that I apologize. And I apologize for my daughter as well as my... And he lingers on it. Men's blatant disrespect for guests.
It's okay, sir. I would do the same in their position.
And with that, he just kind of slowly turns to the rest of you. You travel in good company. Do not worry about what her past may hold. For that need not matter. It is the future that she weaves with all of you that is important, as I'm sure you're well aware. And he turns back to the women sat at the table. We have much to discuss. Call a council meeting. It will be held in the morning. Our guests need time to rest and recover. And he turns back to Adria. Please, show them to the guest house. Of course, Father. And she will
Moving right along.
She'll walk over to the rest of you and just, like, hold her hand out to put it on your shoulder, Oriana, for a moment. Wait for a second. And then we'll just gently place it on your shoulder. Come, child.
I just nod in silent.
And she will start leading all of you, if you will follow her, back out through the entryway.
Yep. I follow.
And as you head back out into the wide open streets, the air around here has kind of changed a little bit. It's a little bit heavier, and there's less people that you see out and about than when you originally came in. As she leads you around this building and around the first set of the large spires, back around to one behind the main entryway, where she produces a key from inside of her armor and unlocks a door on the side, leading you all in. As you all enter in, you see this spacious, basically a kitchenette. It has this nice sort of marble countertops with this
Mm.
strange fixture that has water ever flowing out of it, as well as
Neat.
a familiar icebox, relatively new to the area, but you can tell that if you had food or rations that you wish to be preserved for a while longer, you would place them in here and then place a block of ice underneath it, and it would keep it cool.
Nice.
You're one of the only ones that has this ancient old freezer. You damn dumbass.
What the fuck, Lanty?
No, there's a video of it's Goofy. He's at Donald's house. He's like, "You're the last one that has this old-fashioned freezer." Puts the big ass block of ice in there, starts walking away, and she's like, "You doofus."
And she leads you through this kitchenette, which is connected to an ensuite, where there are. It's very barracks-like, but all of the beds are very well made with these sort of linens and silk sheets, with these large down pillows that adorn each of the beds.
Nice.
She turns to you all. You will find anything that you need for rations in the icebox. Feel free to make yourselves at home. The council meeting will be at first light tomorrow. I shall come in the morrow and bring you.
Thank you.
Of course. If there is anything you need, please, feel free to contact me. Simply step outside and one of the guards can easily get a hold of me. In addition, if there is anything at all that I can do to make your stay more comfortable, please let me know. And, Miss Oriana, forgive my impotence. It was very rude of me to assume that you were my enemy.
I appreciate the apology, but it's unnecessary. I promise.
And she gives a very deep bow, like her head becomes level with with your chest, and she stands like a good maybe 1.5 feet taller than you.
Yeah.
And she does a deep bow. Your forgiveness is more than I can ask for. As she stands up from her bow. And if I could trouble you to contact the Quasimodo Lomington?
No.
Let him know.
Thank you.
No problem.
Do make yourselves at home. I will see you in the morrow. As she does a little flourish as she turns and exits out the door that you all came in.
I give a sheepish smile to everyone else.
If you're gonna do that, you're gonna turn into a sheep, right?
Yeah.
If I could, I would.
Garrick
You know,
turns into a
the
sheep.
Rule of cool. Rule of cool. Matt, let her do it.
No.
Let her do
No. My polar bear becomes a little bit more woolly.
She's not a were-sheep. She's a werebear.
Dear God.
Oh wait a minute! I think this is the first time Tiffany ever saw her turn into a bear, and he just
Yep.
didn't.
Yeah,
was
no, he just
nonchalant.
didn't give a shit. Didn't give
He
a
was
shit.
still thinking about the cake.
Yeah. The cake is a lie, Tiffany.
No.
You're all liars!
No.
Wait, what? What were we talking about?
With that, the time is yours to do with as you wish. Oriana has revealed this information to you all if you wish to converse with her on that. Anything you wish to do here, you have about 12 hours.
Oriana, what's her god's name again?
Gobnu.
Okay, that's what I thought it
Gobnu.
was, but I couldn't remember.
Same as yours, dumbass.
Yeah, but it's been like 2 months since I heard that name last.
This is true, I suppose.
And I was told last minute of building my character, oh yeah, this is your god, by the way, and I'm like, that works.
Sounds about right. Could all be trouble to go speak with his lordship again?
Certainly. You kind of settle in for a moment, pull out your tome that has your connection with your patron, and just sort of meditate on the fact for the better part of an hour. You all watch as Cabal, who's just sitting there concentrating, suddenly begins to spark with this purple energy as these
Oh shit.
fairies just puff into existence around him, and just ever so quietly laughing and dancing around him as he starts to glow this effervescent purple. And Cabal, as you concentrate, your vision begins to fade for a moment before everything goes black, before you're suddenly blinded by this bright, glowing glade. As there sat upon his wooden throne is your patron. As he... Go ahead.
I was referring to the king we just talked to.
Oh, I thought you were... Oh. I thought you were talking about your patron.
Yeah, I said my
that
king
amazing?
or the king.
I thought you said my patron. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
You
was
just start
about to say,
hallucinating. It's fine.
Well, at this point, no.
you really want me to talk to him, or
Actually, yeah. Instead of Cabal focusing in and meditating, you just see Cabal just go limp and sit down on the ground as all these fairies and the effervescence start glowing around him. I'll shave off an hour. As your vision blacks out and you reappear in the glade. Hello, dear child.
Cabal just kind of gets down on a knee and bows before him. I'm sorry to disturb you again, my king.
No. That is not necessary. Do stand up. Come, sit on my lap. Let me have a chat with you.
As Cabal does so, but as soon as he's in the lap, he just kind of tense and uncomfortable.
Relax, dear boy. As this giant ferryman is just running a finger through your hair and just like petting you like a dog.
Technically, I'm a fox.
Yeah. And
But yeah, no, I'm just like, you do realize I'm a fully grown adult, right, my king?
Of course you are, my boy. Of course you are. It seems you've met another plaything of mine.
Yes. I'm spacing on her name.
Adria.
Adria, right there. Yeah. Miss Adria. We've met her and her people. It's peculiar. You have followers even deep in the underground?
My boy, my reach extends from this realm to the next. I have followers in all the planes of existence. Why, just the other day I got a new follower in the ninth hell. Such a lovely little chap.
Cabal just kind of raises an eyebrow but just chooses not to question it.
It is...
Good choice.
It is but a trifle. I offer them a smidgen of my power, and they go gaga for me.
I'll be right back while this is happening.
It's wonderful.
Fair. It's like, sounds like something you would do, my king.
Now, tell me, dear boy, what do you think of her power? Is it not marvelous?
Are you referring to the blade she was given?
Yes, that blade.
Tell me, did you give it to her like you gave me my new staff?
Oh no. Your staff was a boon from me for your impressive work. The blade was our original agreement between the two of us. I gave her but a modicum of energy. She wished for it to become stronger and fulfill her destiny as a true warrior princess. And I thought the idea was rather dashing, so I gave her the shiniest blade that an elf has ever wielded. Isn't it funny? A drow who hates light having the lightest blade ever.
Is everything a joke to you, my sire?
Oh, most things. You, my dear boy, however, have surprised me with how little of a joke you are.
I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you.
What a dick.
But and then Cabal is just like, but I came here more than to just ask about the power you loan to her and her people.
Yes?
Were they your countermeasure against the Mind Flare threat? Should we fail?
No. You were my pet project. They were a gift in passing. I've been keeping my eye on you. It is almost exhilarating how much you struggle against something far greater than yourself. I've noticed your obsession with a little orc woman.
Ball's ears just kind of twitch a bit at the mention of it.
So I was accurate.
Freaking can't control my ears.
Tell me, do you wish to save her?
Surprisingly, yes. That is my hope at one point. But I know that these mind flares take priority.
Well, you see, I have a bit of a... how should I put this? Conundrum.
Cabal's ears just perk up again.
The woman, Ayame Ryugaki, I believe you know her as the White One's mother?
Is that the deceased queen that was mentioned earlier?
No, Ayame Ryugaki is Oriana's mother.
Oh, whoops.
The daughter
Oh.
of the Shogun.
Yeah.
Oh,
You remember meeting her.
yes.
She has, unfortunately, made a deal with me beyond my control.
Could you elaborate, my lord? I don't think I understand.
My dear boy, she has stolen a modicum of my power.
It is possible for even mortals to steal from you?
That is the thing. She and her kind are not mortal.
So... Speak plainly, my lord. What would you have me do?
Deal with this Mind Flayer Beholder threat. Once the Beholder lies dead at your feet, return to me, and I will give you a challenge. If you succeed in the challenge, I will grant you the most power I can afford to you, and give you the honor of sitting at my side in the final days.
The final days.
I see you're not privy to that. Yes, my dear boy. When all things end, it is us, the spirits, and the Fae who shall remain. I will pull your soul from whatever hell it may rest in, or heaven, depending on however you end up, and allow it the eternal joy of being at my side.
Right. But... What does this have to do with rescuing the orc woman?
That will be part of the journey. For you see, it is through a blood sacrifice that the Ryugaki woman has allowed entry into my sanctity, into my sanity. And at this point, you can see him just kind of grinding his teeth. Into my humble abode. He takes a moment and composes himself. I need you to rescue her so that that blood sacrifice may be null and void, and then I need you to kill her. Slice her head off for me. Or, make her explode. Whatever. Surprise me.
Vol kind of widens his eyes a bit at quite the request. You of all people want me to kill.
Oh, I don't want you to kill, dear boy. I want you to obliterate, annihilate, disseminate, turn into atoms. Those who challenge me deserve no better fate.
In that I can't disagree with you, my lord, but if before I depart, my question to you is, why wait until after I dispose of the Mind Flare threat to give me the power needed? If you gave it to me now, surely the Mind Flare would be null and void.
It would. But where's the fun in that?
Feeling you'd say something like that. He just kind of sighs with disappointment.
What a dick.
Just like, I kind of knew he would probably say something along those lines, but I was really hoping he wouldn't.
And with that, he just kind of boops you on the top of your head. Now, go back to your companions. I'm sure they're wondering why you're currently having a seizure.
What?
And you return to your body that's been convulsing.
Like shaking you.
Yeah.
I'm like making sure that your head is like, so you're not choking on your own spit and you're flat on the ground.
Cabal has just been seizing for the last 15 minutes non-stop.
If we don't make it stop, he's gonna have brain damage.
and Cabal just
a sharp inhale.
Oh my god, Cabal, are you okay?
He just kind of, he reaches his arm up onto a nearby table to help pull himself up.
Whoa, you can't, just rest for a second.
Oh, I will. Let me catch my breath. Oh, that was a rather mean-spirited prank even for him.
You just had us here for 15 minutes. You can't just stand up like that.
Gonna stand up. He's just kind of leaning onto the table just because he's, after everything. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Are
and
you okay?
As Cabal's taking these deep breaths, you all finally see these bright purple effervescent lights begin to fade away. And as the last one fades away, you hear just ever so quietly just a
My lordship, I just paid a visit to my patron, and true to his nature, I suppose he wanted to make the rest of you worry while he conversed with me.
Oh.
His antics are a bit much even for me sometimes.
Well, Gavnu always likes spreading his faith and love if you ever get tired of it.
I wouldn't have him any other way, truth be told. As exhausting as it can be. That being said...
Okay.
He's got Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, probably. But Oriana, or Cabal just kind of looks you dead in the eye for a second, Oriana.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have a talk. Just give me an hour or so to,
Yeah,
And-
do you need
just-
anything? Are
he
you
just-
hurt?
He just shakily makes his way to a nearby chair and flops onto it. I'll be fine, just Give me a bit of time, and I'll relay what I learned from my lordship.
Okay.
And then Cabal just kind of calls out to Garrick, just like, I don't suppose you could be trouble to go get me an ale.
Yeah, I can do that.
Garrick,
Where do I go to get an ale?
Garrick, you make your way into the kitchen where you see there are 3 stoppers, one with ale, one with beer, one with wine, all labeled
Oh,
in
yeah.
common.
Okay.
You assume there is a
Um,
keg
fine.
somewhere, you just don't know.
Glass.
Easy enough.
I'm gonna find the biggest glass and fill it up with ale and bring it back to Cabal.
Easy enough. There are these large, the similar wood to the door, very porous and almost green, but wooden mugs that have a metal brim around them, and you fill up a nice big cup of ale right to the top, scrape the foam off. Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Tasty.
Cabal, just tasting this ale is like a relief to your very system as the warmth flows through you. It's as though your body has been dead up until this moment in time, and it is overwhelming how much of a relief this is.
Oh. Yeah. I don't think I'll be in any hurry to contact my lordship until we deal with the mind flare threat. Oh.
Speaking of contacting, I should probably talk to Quasimodo. Do I know what time it would be for Quasimodo if I'm assuming he's still in Miramachi?
You could give me a survival check.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm so smart, guys. Don't worry about it.
So
I'm so smart in
It's
this,
wisdom.
actually.
It's
That
wisdom,
not even
so.
Yeah, it's wisdom. I'm actually smart in this for once.
I am the smart.
Just kidding, 15. I'm not a genius or
At
anything.
this time, you think it'd probably be about 8 or 9 o'clock at night?
Yeah, I want to talk to him now. I don't want to call him on the landline when he's just in bed.
But you do know that he doesn't really need to sleep.
I know that, but Oriana doesn't care.
Oriana does know that.
But she
Oriana
doesn't
don't give
care. Oriana still thinks of him as a normal person.
Just sometimes bony.
Just sometimes a little bit more skinny than other times.
You can see his bones.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, I'm gonna cast Sending to Quasimodo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pulling up my tally counter here. Okay. Oh, wait, before I say anything.
Yeah.
Catherine doesn't, but Oriana knows. What's the name of the city again? Or I don't know. Do I know?
I told you, Oriana doesn't know.
Ah, fuck. Never mind. Okay, anyway. Quasimodo. Oriana here. So, found Drow City, talked to King, Sai's dad, possessed by Elder Brain, Shogun helped. King wants to talk to you, please. That's 25.
A minute or two passes before you get a response. You mean to tell me that there are Drow in the Underdark that I was not aware of? I swear to God, if there is someone down there who... And the message cuts off.
Yeah.
A minute or two later, you get a sending from Quasimodo.
Okay.
As I was saying, if there is someone who has perfected necromancy better than I have, I'm going to kick their fucking ass! Stay where you are. I will find you and be there. And the message cuts off. You can reply to the message.
Yep. We're staying at King's house. Careful. They are twitchy on their blades. Whole party kinda knows everything about me now. Also, Cabal had a seizure. And that's the end of my message.
Oh, what a note to end it on.
Oh, just so you know, Cabal had a seizure. It's no biggie.
With that, Garrick, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh no!
Fuck. The eyeball's possessing Garrick now. No!
18. Garrick, you feel this foreign entity begin to look upon you.
No!
As this strange
Oh.
sense of you're being watched
I know what this
overcomes
is.
you.
He's scrying so he can find us.
And not but a minute later, a bright flash of blue energy erupts around you as do you know how difficult it is to teleport to the Underdark?
They told me to contact you.
Quasimodo appears before you all.
Evidently not difficult enough, you couldn't do it.
Oh, of course I could. Who do you think I am?
They told me to contact you. I'm sorry. I know it's hard.
Very well, very well, very well. I suppose they have some sort of council meeting or whatever in the morning.
How did you know?
The amount of Drow cities that I have been in, overcome, and conquered, I cannot count on my hands and toes.
Oh.
Neat.
Well, couple things you should know. There's not a queen, as you probably could tell. There was, but she died, so her husband is the ruler.
You see Quasimodo just take a second and just kind of think, like holds up a finger to you and does a think.
Yep.
As he rolls a fucking natural 20. Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, he does, dude.
And Quasimodo just goes, not the Blade Barons.
Yes.
Oh, for the love of all that is fucked in this world.
Do you not like them or something?
Oh no, they're fine. It's just that, I was the one who killed their queen.
Oh, do they know that?
Nope.
Well, we won't tell them then.
Just
Smile.
never take off my amulets. They know that there's a gnome necromancer walking around.
Oh!
You know, a
Right.
gnome-sized lich, not a, you know.
Yeah. Just, okay. Okay.
Yeah, their queen got a little too handsy with her experiments in necromancy, and I had to show her that it do go down.
Right. Right. Matthew,
Yes.
does Quasimodo know about me? I forget.
I
If
don't
he knows or
remember if
not.
you've- I don't remember if you've told him or not.
Right. Could I, like, just for, 30 seconds, could you just, come to the kitchen with me for, 2 seconds? I've got to show you something.
Oh, is it a sandwich?
I just pull him into the kitchen.
I'll be right back. I'm getting a sandwich. As he turns to the rest of you.
I would have been upset if you did the pie thing again. I'm like, that's Arnagire!
No, Quasimodo's got a different thing.
I take out the journal and I hand it to him with a bashful what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Awkward? Awkward smile. That one.
And he, lovely bit of reading. pulls out a set of spectacles that just barely sit on his nose,
Aww.
and his eyes flash that familiar blue that you saw Kelly Anders flash as he just. Lovely read.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yes.
did you already know, or?
Oh, I had my assumptions.
Okay, I wasn't sure, and like none of the party knew because I didn't want to tell them because I was really ashamed, and I only just found out, and so I didn't know if you knew or not. But I figured you did because you kind of know everything. But I wanted to double check.
My dear,
But I don't like saying it.
my dear, when you've been alive for as long as I have, you start to get to know a few things.
Speaking of knowing things, there's something I would like to know.
Yes.
Really curious.
Uh-huh.
How's? I can't say that. Give me a second.
You good, Tommy?
Don't worry. Quasi.
Yes.
How is Miss Danny doing?
Oh, Lady Danny. Last I checked,
Yeah.
she's doing lovely. She is keeping her amulet on a lot more often than usual, but I figure she's enjoying her flesh for a while.
Yeah, flesh. Everybody loves it. So yeah, Cabal had a seizure,
Oh!
and I just start walking
Dear
him out of
me.
the kitchen.
As Quasimodo walks out with your just, Cabal, my boy, are you alright?
He just kind of, as his eyes, his head doesn't move. His eyes just kind of turn and look at you from the corners. It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think?
Your patron probably played a fucking prank on you, didn't he?
Oh, it's like you were reading my mind.
He probably can.
Shh, don't tell anyone. I know that spell.
No, but yeah, he was seizing for like 15 minutes and then just kind of walked it off. Now, I know that it was probably holy magic, blah, 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 but I'm kind of worried.
Oh, no, my
'Cause-
dear, it's not holy magic, it's fey magic.
Even worse, I'm assuming?
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine. He'll be alright
Okay.
after a couple of mugs of ale and...
Alright, I go back to the kitchen. I grab him like 2 more mugs of ale and I walk back out.
I'm getting this boy drunk tonight.
I'm just, Cabal's just there like, I needed just a ale. I still need to be sober enough to explain what my patron
It's
said.
fine. We can do that tomorrow. And I'm just like pushing them into your hands, like patting them.
And
Very grandma when you're sick, kind of.
Quasimodo just kind of pats you on your shin. My dear, let the boy explain. I'm sure he has a tale to tell. As Quasimodo just starts levitating and sits down, like hovering about a foot off the ground. Go on, dear boy.
Fucking
Please
cool,
tell me
dude.
he's levitating in that like fashion where he's like kicking his legs behind him, like girl sleepover.
Oh yes, absolutely. He is
Oh, fuck yeah,
100%
dude.
sleepover levitating.
Oh, Jesus.
I love sleepover levitating, dude.
I'm trying to think. Is Cabal just kind of once again looks at Oriana with a somewhat solemn look, takes a deep inhale, and say, "I can't say it's going to be a very pleasant tale, but here we
You
go."
want me to, and then I put my hands over my ears. Do you want me to earmuffs it, or?
No, you need to hear this.
Oh, okay.
And then
Before you speak, Quasimodo goes, earmuffs for just 3 seconds.
I earmuff.
Fucking shitballs! Okay, you're good.
I look at, can I,
Yeah,
Can I take my earmuffs
He
off?
gives you a thumbs up.
okay, I un-earmuff myself.
I had to get that out, sorry.
No problem.
they should really just give you a voice box with a digital modulator or something. I'm spacing hard for some reason. So he just kind of takes a deep inhale, and once again, Matt, for the sake of brevity,
Sure.
can we just say I mentioned everything that was brought up in our conversation together?
Sure. If you guys need a recap, let me know. But for the
Just a Cliff Notes version.
for the sake of brevity, Cabal talked with his patron. His patron told him that there was someone trying to steal power, who had successfully stolen some power from him. It was Ayame Ryugaki, Oriana's mother,
Right.
and she had performed a blood sacrifice ritual involving the orc woman from the tavern. And Cabal's patron wanted him to save her, ending the blood ritual, returning his power, and then absolutely fucking obliterate Ayame.
In other words, I have to kill Oriana's mother.
Yes.
Right.
I thought it
Oh.
only prudent that you would be made aware of the mission that my master has tasked me with.
And Quasimodo, at this point, who's just been slumber partying. Wow, that's pretty fucking heavy.
Wow.
But then again, that's what she gets for fucking with an archfey.
I
True.
don't know how to feel. Because I don't feel sad, but at the same time, she's apparently my mother, so I feel like I should be.
She was your mother, but she wasn't your mom.
Alright, Yondu.
I was about to say. I
He
suppose.
may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't
but
your
he wasn't
daddy.
your daddy. I mean, I didn't really have a mom, to be fair. Master Makarov was kind of both, I guess.
And Quasimodo sits up from his slumber girling and just... Wow. I never know that an old man could be both a mother and a father.
I
Strange
mean...
times.
Artie Har.
Looking back, he was definitely kind of mean to me. At least when I was younger. But, like... It's better than being dead, I guess?
Strange times we live in.
Is it bad that I already have messaged her a couple times saying that I hate her?
No, I don't think so. I think it will be that much easier to blow her head off when the time comes.
Yeah, because I definitely told her that I was, like, better than her, better without her. I was really mad for a while when I first found out. I think, didn't she say, Matt, at one point, like, she was gonna, like, get me or something? I forget.
Yeah,
she was, like, she was all pissed off one time.
Yeah, it was your second message to her, and
Yeah.
the only time she ever responded, she said you were an abomination, a mistake that she would rectify.
I relay that to the group. So yeah, I mean, I don't feel sad. So, I mean, I don't like condoning death, but I think she has to die.
Wonderful. I've never resurrected an immortal person before.
I don't think my god would take kindly if you did.
What your
In this.
What your deity doesn't know won't kill me.
Aren't you already immortal though?
Yeah.
So didn't you already resurrect like yourself? Or is it like a chicken and the egg kind of a thing?
Semantics. Semantics.
Okay.
You do realize he could probably hear you saying that right now,
Oh, I'm
right?
fully aware he's listening to everything I say right now, and I'm absolutely, definitely not, and he winks, going to fuck him over.
Right. And
Your
I
funeral.
wink awkwardly at Quasimodo. So do you want to stay in the ball tonight, or do you want to stay in the bunks, Quasimodo?
You know what? I haven't had to sleep over in a long time. I think I'll bunk it with you all, if you don't mind.
Fuck yeah.
I think that's okay.
Oh, and, Mr. You, Tiffany?
The entire time this was happening, Tiffany was grabbing little water anywhere you could find, putting it in vials, and casting ceremony to make holy water.
Easy enough. Over the course of this, I would say you'd get 5 vials of holy water.
Yay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So you got 5 vials of holy water.
Nice.
And Quasimodo addresses you, Tiffany.
Hello.
I've been working on something. A little present left for me a long while ago. Do you mind if I try it out on you?
One moment. Runs through his head all the various things that could potentially happen, because the only things he's really known of Quasimodo so far is magic and sometimes bad things, but also he fixed my broken legs, so it's kind of
This is true.
okay. I consent.
Wonderful. And you see Quasimodo reach into his robe and pull out this strange metallic object. It's got these brass coils that wrap around it, as well as this copper tubing that encompasses the entire thing. And it all has just this single steel spike that comes out of the bottom of it. This may hurt a little bit.
Okay.
As he jumps up and stabs this into the back of your head.
Ow.
As he does so, you feel this cooling essence flow through your entire being, Tiffany, as a fraction of your memories become unfragmented. You remember it was a normal every other day. The sun was out, it was warm, you were enjoying yourself, you were assisting your creator, whose face is still obscured to you. But you were assisting them at the forge. They were pounding away as you were holding on to this hot piece of metal with your hands. Of course, not feeling any burning from it.
Yeah.
And as they were hammering, this dark cloud overtook the entirety of wherever it was you were. You remember stepping out from underneath the overhang and looking up to see this coiling mass of blue come out of the sky in the form of a Chinese dragon. And you watch as its mouth opens up and this energy collects at the forefront of it before it radiates out in this beam of energy as everything goes silent for a moment before it strikes the ground, and everything erupts in flame as people are screaming, crying, running, and you see the warriors that you remember ready themselves for battle to be obliterated in an instant.
Ah, beans.
And your vision finally centers on this large dragon as it comes almost within touching distance before it just simply bats you away with a claw as you fall to the ground, collapsed, broken, tattered, your memory beginning to fragment. One thought remains at the forefront of your mind. It's the thought of your creator who lies next to you bleeding out as he cries out, "Why, Kaido? Why?"
Father.
God damn it, Hope!
Of all the themes,
I'm sorry.
Why at that moment? That was the perfect moment. What are you talking about?
Tiffany's rage at that point.
Before Tiffany goes out, one eye starts to glow. This is where Tiffany gets his musical talents. He composed Megalovania.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. It was funny. It was funny.
My parents were texting, so I swiped up to get rid of the notifications, and I forgot my sound was on.
It's fine.
That wasn't intentional.
Your crimes against
No,
Skyrim are
it's
people
not.
are
It wasn't intentional. It was so perfect.
It was perfect. Legit. With that, Tiffany, you return to your senses. That memory having been refragmented, as Quasimodo is just kind of looking you in the eyes. Well, how do you feel? No, I'm not your father.
At this point,
Tiffany, are you
Tiffany's
okay?
voice is, it's still metallic and his speech is still choppy, but his common is significantly better than it was previously.
Ooh.
Sick.
I feel pain. And what I can
Tiffany.
only assume is what you call a heart.
Oh.
Goodness.
I hug
feel
Tiffany.
As I'm being hugged, I one arm wraps around her, hugs her back, and gives a slight squeeze. Not enough to hurt her,
Yeah.
but to where she can tell he's struggling. It's like, I also feel anchor. More than I have whenever we've mentioned the Shogunate. And this time he doesn't glitch out.
Oh my god.
We're going to kill that dragon.
Yes, we are.
And then we're going to kill that slithering, flying snake of an emperor.
Yes.
Hopefully, once we take care of these mind flayers, we can kill 2 birds or other dragons with 1 stone.
Garrick in the other room. There's no fucking sense.
no, Garrick's in the other room like, what's this?
Core memory unlocked. You found my song! Actually, no, I wanna say, as this was going through, that's what's coming out of Tiffany's speaker as he's fucking reliving his memory. Just a very soft...
It's a solemn Megalovania.
Yeah, I played in the minor key.
It's like Megalovania in minor key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I let go of
Me.
Oriana, and I look down at her, and I say, tomorrow, before we head off, would you allow me to, where the fuck is it? Since we have both gone through such hardships and such revelations, and I know now, though my outlash at you prior to learning your origin was out of place, I know now that you are better, and that I am better. I would like to cast Ceremony to give you the coming of age. For the next 24 hours, whenever you make an ability check, you get to roll a d4 and add it to the number.
Oh.
So I'm saying I'm doing this before, or well, I guess I'll do it before our long rest officially begins, so I can get the spell slot back and you'd still have the hours for it.
Okay.
Because
Of
we're fucking
course.
coming of age.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure, Tiffany.
And now, if you excuse me, I must go find 2 rats and make them merry.
And with that, we'll go ahead and take a break.
Of course, Tiffany. Jesus Christ. I was not looking forward. I didn't think it would be today to reveal that, but damn it. It was the right moment. Shit.
All right, we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll pick up when we come back.
All right, kids.
So, you all settle in for the night.
Before we settle in, I do the ceremony with Catherine.
Let me look at the exact wording of the spell here. Ceremony. Okay. Coming of age. Okay. Easy enough. Yeah, so before you all settle in for bed, Tiffany taking out some of their holy implements, and you, Oriana, actually getting yourself dressed up in your ceremonial garb that you have been carrying with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tiffany basically gives, and it's surprising because Tiffany went from this disassociating robot who's worried about cake to being able to perform a hour-long mass, basically, as Tiffany reads from some of his scriptures, performs this ritual, and anoints you, Oriana, with just this divine energy, and you feel Gobnu's presence enter you and permeate throughout your entire being, as for the first time you feel like a grown woman, fully of age, fully in
Oh my
all of
god,
your
I have
being.
tits.
Yes, that is an unfortunate side effect.
Who's talking about unfortunate?
Oh my god, I'm 18
Well,
now.
it's
Nice.
unfortunate because sometimes they don't want to grow up that fast.
You do not suddenly grow a pair of tits, but you do feel
No,
more
I know.
mature.
Yeah.
And for the next 24 hours, you are basically blessed for the next 24 hours.
Oh yeah, dude. Just gonna make a little note for myself so I don't forget. So that's the D4 to things, right?
Yep.
To ability checks.
Checks. I think it's is it just checks or is it checks?
I think it's just checks.
Coming of age. It is checks. Yes, just checks.
Before I do it, is there, if I put a spell into my ring, does it consume the material components, or is that only when I actually cast the spell?
It will be when you cast the spell.
Okay, I would like to cast a spell into my ring. And I would like to cast Revivify into my ring. Just to make sure I have it.
Easy enough. It's not so much an act of you casting it into your ring, it's an act of basically giving you an additional spell that you can prepare.
Spell slot, yeah. I just do, I in my head, put a specific spell so I remember at least what I wanted to do with it.
It's not so much a spell slot, it's just an additional spell that you have prepared.
Right.
So.
And then sleepover with Quasi.
Yeah, as the ceremony ends, Quasimodo comes out of the kitchen wearing just this very audacious nightgown and a big stocking cap, and he has just this massive bowl of popcorn, and he's just eating it, and like, that was great! I really loved it. Popcorn?
Yes, please.
And you all settle in as Quasimodo uses a spell, and you watch him just pull this memory from his head, and it basically plays like a movie.
Nice.
Cabal, you can make a Arcana check to see if you can recognize the spell.
Arcana, please, oh please, be merciful, oh Arcana. Our karma is a bitch.
Our karma.
Ooh, a 7 on Arcana. Yeah, you don't recognize the spell. It's kind of a weird spell, but you don't recognize it offhand.
It's weird, dude. I'm going sleepy buys.
Yeah.
Do you not like going sleepy buys?
Not if it's like what my little patron put me through, no.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Oh my god.
If you
Darth
begin
Sidious,
to
is that you?
convulse on the floor, I shall splash more water onto you. And wake you
Ah,
up,
jeez.
kind and gentle.
Sleepover, right?
So,
Yeah.
You can play sleepover.
You know what we
games?
never did? Garrett, you know what we never did?
What?
We never made soup! We never made the soup!
Oh god, we have to make
Oh
a
my-
mushroom stew!
Running to the kitchen immediately.
you...
Glad to know the soup takes priority.
yeah, you quick,
Is first.
you quickly run to the kitchen as you make soup? Question mark?
Yeah, because we have
Yeah!
we had the we had
I have
the mushrooms, because we have the glowy mushrooms that we're not sure if they're edible. We have the black and white spotted blue mushroom, which is not poisonous. And then we also have I've been saving them. We have steaks from the rock. And then we also have bulette meat.
Ah, so you're gonna make like a stew.
Yeah. Mushroom stew, my guy.
Well then. Who's cooking?
Yeah.
I
We're
can cook. Wait,
you can cook. I'll
what
assist
type
you.
of stuff is it?
Yeah, Matthew. What ability check is cooking mushroom and rock stew?
Well, it depends.
Survival?
Do you have proficiency in cooking supplies or cook's tools?
Nope. I don't have proficiency with
No.
any tools, actually.
In that case, it is going to be, let's see, basically this is going to be a survival check with disadvantage.
Survival. But
I
disadvantage,
will-
I have a 9 in survival.
Jesus. I will say, I do have guidance.
I still have
So-
my inspiration.
I'm going to guide Garrick by like chopping the stuff and making sure that they've got everything they need.
Uh-huh. So you're
I do
also
guidance.
you're casting guidance and helping.
Yes.
All right,
I want
Garrett,
the stew to be delicious.
flat survival roll. And then add a d4.
Okay, are we ready? I'm so nervous.
Go for it.
You got it.
That is a 21. Give me a d4.
Oh, yeah.
Total of 23.
Fuck yes, dude.
Good stew?
Good soup.
Good soup! Alright, yeah. We
Alright.
have a blast. We're like singing little cooking songs.
Yeah,
We're like
hell yeah.
we're chopping the ingredients and just having a good time.
And
Yeah.
I am going to roll a percentile because of that particular mushroom that you were not sure if it was edible or not.
Yeah.
Because we had the two kinds of mushroom. Oh, I need to take all that shit out of my inventory now. Hold on.
I'm surprised we didn't consult Quasi first and be like, hey.
Oh,
is,
well, fuck
this-
that.
is
No,
this
why
edible?
the fuck would we do that?
We could make Quasi taste test it. It's not like it's gonna kill
Well,
him.
he's not gonna die, yeah.
We somehow
has a
create
child!
poison- Yeah. We somehow
Or
create
he's
a
going
poison
to.
strong enough to kill an immortal lynch.
So,
I have I have a pretty good constitution, I will say.
So,
Yeah. Lay it on me.
Garrick and Oriana, you spend the better
Yeah.
part of an hour before the ceremony, just dicing up mushrooms and searing this bullet meat, mixing it all together, making sure it's nice and cooked. There's an open flame that you manage to find a nice big wrought iron pot and set it on top of a
Yes.
metal cooking
Nice.
structure, and you just dump everything into this pot. Throw a little
I'm getting
bit,
hungry, dude.
throw a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Garrick scratches a little bit of his scales in there too for flavor.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
excited.
You know, I taste like paprika, and just a little, like a hint of turmeric. You know, a hint of Maharaja.
At least it's
I
at least
thought
it's
you-
turmeric and not turmeric.
Yeah, I was about to say,
But,
I was about to say a hint of tumor, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I thought that too.
And Garrick spends the better part just stirring this giant pot while fanning at the
Slow
flames
cooking.
below, keeping it at the perfect temperature that he thinks is perfect for this amalgamation of a stew.
Yes.
Once Garrick
Are you gonna
what?
Are we gonna have to make Constitution saving throws when we eat?
Once
You're not necessarily eating this if you don't want to.
Once Garrick
Yeah, you can
finally
choose not to.
feels that this stew is perfect, ready to go, he takes the pot off of the metal cooking device, sets it on the counter, burning his hands a little bit in the process. But
Should have called over Tiffany.
you're all right. It's fine. It's just a little bit of a sting. You run your hands under
Take
some
1
cold.
point of fire damage.
You run your hands under some cold water and it's fine. But the stew is complete. It bubbles with this aromatic scent to it. It's a little chunky, but it is complete.
Just like
Good stew should be chunky.
Uh-huh. Should be a little thick, you know.
Cheers, Garrick. You want a wedding cheers this stew?
Yeah.
Uh,
Can I like
let's do it.
present it like the way chefs present things?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I like, you know, the pot's out and everybody's around and I'm like, okay, so here we have a stew. We have tender, cubed, succulent cubes of rock flesh, and then that has been slow cooked in a broth of what broth do we use?
Bullet mushroom broth.
Bullet broth. Yeah.
With you know, with a seared in a tender broth of bullet. Then we have some slow cooked mushrooms, 3 different types. The specific type of mushroom is a surprise, but that just adds to the overall aroma and flavor profile of this wonderful stew.
Yes.
Bon appetit!
And now we wedding cheers it.
And now we're wedding cheers it.
You both to taste test it. Take a sake cup. 'Cause there are sake cups here, and you just scoop up a cup of this soup and wedding toast it. As you both take a sip, I need you both to roll Constitution checks for me.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Your own constitution.
What did you get, Hope? Oh,
I got it.
6.
nice. I got a 12 total.
12 total.
You wanna
Okay.
did you add your 4 to it?
Yeah,
Or
added
1d4?
that's
Oh,
it's-
right.
It's not a save. It's just a check.
Okay.
Yeah. You're
Oh,
fine.
it's not a con save?
Yeah, just a check. Straight check.
Oh, okay. So then that's still 12. Okay.
Can I take one sip anyway?
12 plus 1. 13.
All right. So, Garrick, this soup, the moment it goes beyond your lips and hits your tongue and slides down your throat, you immediately pass out.
Oh, damn.
Oriana, as you drink this soup, it takes a minute, but then you too pass out.
Does it taste good?
Oh, it tastes
Yeah, does it taste good?
astonishingly good.
Then
Nice.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Quasimodo comes over as the two of them are laying on the ground, passed out, and dips a finger in and just... Melatonin! Delicious.
Melatonin.
Right.
Took sleepy time tea. Oh my god, that makes me so happy.
I rolled a 13 on my percentile.
I'm so
I guess
happy.
it's my turn to Constitution check.
Hey, if you want to
Well,
eat
you're
the
having
soup...
Dude, drink the Kool-Aid, man. It's totally cool.
It tastes good.
Like, couldn't be any worse than the seizure I was just put through.
No, it most certainly
True.
will not. Delicious. Cabal, you take a big spoonful and... My god, this is the best stew you have ever had. It, like, it just irradiates this aroma that is pleasant to smell, and every bite is warm. Even after the actual stew itself is cooled down, it's still warm when it hits your tongue and goes down into your stomach. As it settles in, you feel fine, but in the next hour, you're going to be really tired.
Yeah.
Well, Tiffany's gonna pick up the two sleeping children.
the one sleeping children, the one sleeping grown-up woman.
Dude, drink the Kool-Aid, man.
I can't.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Tiffany
I
can't.
legitimately can't.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
And Tiffany, as you're walking away with the two sleeping beauties, you see Quasimodo just take a massive bowl of this stew and just... I gotta get this recipe.
He's gonna OD on sleepy time tea.
I mean, I'm actually so happy that everybody likes my stew.
It's good. You're a good cook, my guy.
It, like, had it not been for that fucked up mushroom, would have been amazing.
Oh, yes.
But the
as a-
fucked up mushroom is what made it good, dude.
As a matter of fact, Garrick, go
Yeah.
ahead and give yourself proficiency with chef's tools.
Ah,
Oh,
nice.
Good job, dude. I'm legitimately so proud of you.
That stew was so well made. You figure you know how to cook now.
Did you just fill in the rest of that? I don't know what I'm doing. You should look at my sheet and see what I've done.
And let me look here. Garrick. Sheets. That's good.
Okay.
And I'm just going to change the attribute to wisdom.
Yeah,
There you go.
I typed in chef's tools and that's it. So,
There you
okay,
go.
well,
Beautiful. So, with that, you all settle in for the night. Cabal, after about an hour, sleep hits you hard, and you pass out almost immediately as Quasimodo continues to talk with Tiffany just about nonsensical stuff. He's like, and there was this one time where there was Yellowbird and Bluebird decided that they wanted to try and get together.
That would make Greenbird.
That, you see, that's the funny thing. It made a Bluebird.
Someone cheated.
Someone cheated.
Orange bird hatched instead.
You all settle in for the night. Eventually, Tiffany, you do take your rest moment, and as you do, Quasimodo will stand up and just kind of adjust his attire and will change into his regular clothing. I will be back. I need to go speak to this council and make sure that the Blade Barons are not aware of my presence. And he will leave. And Tiffany, as the end of your rest comes to, you see him return. A little haggard, but all right. As he flops down into a bed. You all wake up the next morning. Garrick, Cabal, and Oriana, you feel absolutely refreshed. Like, deepest, hardest sleep you've ever had, and your stomachs are
Nice.
still feeling full and warm.
Nice.
I just thought, is there a way we can preserve this? Because this could be a
Yeah.
wonderful thing. Like, if we
I
ever have
mean,
to-
I go and I put it in the icebox at least.
Yeah, no, it
Put it in ye old Tupperware and
even
Tell me we left this out overnight.
no, even as you go and check on it, like, because it is in the icebox.
okay.
Quasimodo will come over and just kind of dip a finger in it. Still warm.
It's because Garrick is such a good cook.
Tell me,
I'm
what
such
mushrooms
a
did you use in this?
Well, we found some mushrooms on the ground, and then we put them in a pot.
Yes.
Yeah,
What color
one
were
of
they?
them-
Describe
Use
them.
brain cells at any point in the process.
One of them was brown, and the other one was white and black spotted, but also blue.
Fire drake, delicious.
Good grief.
See, Brihanna, mushrooms aren't dangerous, as
Oh.
she's still.
Oh no,
Half.
most of them are fucking dangerous. You just need to know which ones aren't.
I
Anyway,
stick my tongue out at Quasimodo's back.
and like you just see another face appear on the back of Quasimodo's head. I can see you, you know. And Quasimodo just slightly lifts his amulet off and shows you his regular face. No eyes, remember?
Right. Put that back on before someone sees you!
And he puts it
Like,
on in a heartbeat. Well then, shall we go see what war has in store?
With that
Sure.
soup, I think we're as ready as we'll ever be.
Good soup.
Yeah. Good soup. I try and make sure that my dress looks presentable, because, you know, it's been through the fucking ringer.
Quasimodo will cast Prestidigitation and Mending and make it look all real pretty. He'll make all of you look like fresh and clean.
Thank you!
With that, the door opens up as Adria steps in, as Quasimodo is just finishing, like, polishing Tiffany up. Like, he
Nice!
spit shines Tiffany, like the top of Tiffany's head just... and he as she steps in, oh, I see, Quasimodo, dear. Yes, Quasimodo has made his presence known to you all. Oh, I've been here the whole time. Of course. Right then, shall we?
Yes.
Let's.
Lead the way, my dear. Of course. As she turns around with a flourish and walks out the door, she holds the door open for you all as you all make your way out. She'll shut the door and lock it behind you. She will lead you over to the main entry to the main hall. As you enter in, there is almost nobody around outside. But the second the main hall doors open, you are greeted by this cacophony of sound of people mingling amongst each other. The entirety of this amphitheater of a building is filled to the brim. Not a single seat is open. Go ahead, all of you, and give me perception checks.
Seems like this is a war council going on.
Ooh, not a good one for Tiffany.
4. You're gonna have to perform.
I still have bless up, right?
Yep, you
Okay.
still have your ceremony bless.
Nice. 10 plus 4 plus 7. No, that's not it. Hold on. 14 plus 21. Good God.
Cool.
Basic math. Jesus.
Cabal and Oriana. Well, first, Garrick and Tiffany, you are both overwhelmed by just the cacophony of sound and the amount of people in this building. You have not seen this many people ever. It is overwhelming. But Cabal and Oriana, you look around and taking a moment to get a real good close look at everything. There is not a single man other than Kellyander in this entire amphitheater. The only male drow you see are wearing full armor and are standing guard at these pillars that line the outer perimeter.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Why do I feel uncomfortable? I'm a female.
I don't know.
I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get kicked out of here.
Because of your massive dick, of course.
Obviously, my humongous schlong.
Well, naturally.
So with that, Adria leads you all back down through the stands down to the main area where the council is sat, all conversing with themselves. And as you begin to pass, each row that you pass by suddenly goes silent. And it's like a wave of silence until you're finally at the very bottom, standing before the council, as Adria once again draws her blade and does the flourish that she did the other day with the bow before she returns it to her sheath, as Kellyander stands up from his seat.
Ooh.
Wonderful maidens and leaders of our fair city, I give to you the adventurers who have graced us with their presence the previous day. They bring news from the surface. They bring insight and knowledge into our foes. And they bring a challenge to those that have tormented us for so very long. They seek to slay the mind flayers and bring peace back to the surface. In addition, they bring us great knowledge on our foe, the Emperor. It is through their courageous efforts and bravery that we are able to launch this attack. And we may ask of them, as well as their gnome companion, to guide us and aid us in our coming adventure. And he looks back down to you all. Please, approach.
I walk
Should
up.
we, or do we all just step forward?
Sure, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'll step
I
forward.
walk up. Yeah, baby.
Do the same.
You all approach the large table where there are maps just sprawled across. Here is our grand strategy, presented by my daughter, Adria Baron. As she gives a solemn bow, all the women in the crowd give gentle claps. And he points to a couple of pieces on the map as you see it glimmer with this magical energy as it projects above the entire amphitheater so that everyone can see it.
So fucking cool, dude. Oh my god. Magic is awesome.
He points down. Here is our fine city. You will find the Mind Flayers and their colony here, not but a few hours' journey. My daughter and her men will enter first, grabbing the attention of what we are calling, and he, with a wave of his hand, the image changes to that depiction of the Elder Brain Dragon. The Elder Brain Dragon her and her men will distract it and draw it away from the colony, giving our brave adventurers time enough to, as he flicks his hand again, an image of a beholder appears. And I don't know if you guys have actually... I've shown you an image of the beholder, right?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure you did.
So,
Well,
The beholder, but a beholder.
in that case... let's see if I can... let me just get... Nope, don't do that. Please. Come here. Save. Thank you. And edit. There we go.
ball.
As the image changes to this beholder.
Spooky.
Our brave adventurers will defeat and subjugate this terrifying beholder. It is through their bravery and triumph that we will then have our window to march for the surface. We will mobilize our entire force, and once again the image switches back to the map, and march throughout the catacombs and up through the upper dock, where we will launch a surprise attack directly underneath the capital city of Edo. No longer shall the Drow people be subjugated and forced to serve under the cruel hand of an immortal being. At that, the entire crowd just erupts in a cheer as everyone's just...
Quasi just laughs very silently.
Yeah, Quasimodo, you all can make an inside check with advantage.
Fuck yeah, I'm doing that.
15 for Garrick. 12 for Tiffany and Cabal.
Oh,
no,
just you wait,
26.
my friend.
You said
With
advantage, right?
advantage?
Yes. Oh, natural
And then-
20 for
Wait,
Garrick.
so I
Oh my
would have
god.
gotten a 29
Oh my
right
God.
now.
Jesus Christ.
You could say I know some shit.
Garrick do be knowing. Do be knowing
Hold
shit.
on. Sorry, I'm doing math. You're not gonna believe me, but I got a natural 20.
Okay, you're fine. It's fine.
No. Let me do this. +7, +4. So
That's
So like a
31.
31 for my insight check.
Oriana and Garrick and Tiffany.
I see into his soul.
The shit-eating grin on Quasimodo could move mountains. It is so big.
Oh, he's happy they're gonna kill the Emperor or whatever?
He's happy they're gonna kill the Emperor, and he's happy that they don't know that he's immortal.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it.
And he's very happy that they have no idea that he's the one who killed their queen.
Got it. I briefly see into his soul for a moment
Yeah.
and then just fade out.
With that, Kellyander once again resumes. This time he stands up and gestures to his daughter. My daughter will use the newfound abilities that she has recently acquired to provide us with enough soldiers, even after our front line has faltered, to continue our assault until we finally reclaim the surface in the name of the Drow! And they all erupt in cheers. At that,
Fuck it, I'll hoot and holler a little too.
I'm gonna say Quasimodo is gonna
Yeah.
have something to say about that.
at that, Quasimodo looks at Adria for a moment, and all of you can sense the disdain behind Quasimodo.
Yeah.
You get the sense that he doesn't want the Drow anywhere on the surface.
Is Quasimodo a racist?
No, he likes things the way they are.
Okay, thank God.
He's
I,
just a
I was like, no,
No,
don't tell me he's a racist.
no, he doesn't hate the Drow because they're Drow. He hates the Drow because they should stay where they are.
Ah, so he's a xenophobe. Got
Yes.
it.
And with that, you watch as Adria draws her bright blue blade and focuses on it for a moment as you see this purple magical energy channel around her fist and around the blade as the ground in front of her cracks and crumbles before two hands just pull a body up out of the ground as this
What the fuck?
shambling corpse steps out of the hole in the ground.
That's thick as hell, though.
At that, you see the visible disdain on Quasimodo. They have learned powerful necromancy. And with that, Kellyander says, "My daughter has acquired powerful necromancy from her divine spirit."
Oh, that's what Quasi said.
Oh my God.
Like you can read the future.
I think they're the same person or something. It's crazy.
I can see the future.
I reach way down and just squeeze Quasimodo's hand for a second and just stay close to him.
With that, Kellyander waits for a moment as everyone is still clapping and applauding, as he takes a moment and just... We shall begin our assault in the coming hours. Make your men ready and prepare for battle. And with that, all the women just stand up and cheer and clap and hoot and holler. And you watch as they all produce this... They all, reach into their belts. They have a little pouch on their belts. Every single one of them reaches in and pulls out this glowing red sort of metallic spike with a chain attached to it. And as they grab a hold of this metallic spike, you watch as the chains all stretch out into the ground and erupting from the ground. The entirety of the stadium no longer is these basic stone seats, but you watch as every single one of the stone seats shatters as a Drow male steps out from where the stone seat was with this iron barb burning hot in their chest with the chain in the hand of the
Oh
woman.
my God. They're so mean.
They're into some kinky shit. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This took a dark
Oh,
turn.
no.
With that, Kellyander clasps
Are they alive or are they necromantic dudes?
make a perception check.
Oh God.
You know what? Perception
It's
or
kinda
medicine. I'll let you do one or the other.
It's kind of sad that I'm hoping they're dead. I don't want them to have to live through that. Perception or medicine?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely medicine. Absolutely medicine. 100% medicine. 20 total.
Yeah, they're all alive.
Oh no! Do they look happy or
No, they
sad?
are suffering and in pain.
Oh no!
All of them.
Oh God!
And with that, Kellyander clasps at his chest, where you see a burning sear mark appear for a moment before it fades away.
Oh, because his wife is dead.
And he holds up a hand. Go now! As all of them, like in an instant, scatter and disperse. Even Adria has left.
Yeah.
All that remains is Kellyander and one woman on the council, who walks over to him and places a hand on his chest as he grabs her hand and looks down at her. I am ready. And you see her take a solemn bow before grasping at that burning red mark and pulling a chain out of his chest.
My God.
That she holds in her hand like a leash as they two both vanish.
My chest hurts. Ow.
And after a minute or two, Quasimodo looks around. That is why I do not want the Drow on the surface.
Quasimodo, I know I don't know. I know I don't know very much about like other cultures and species and stuff, but that seems bad.
Drow hierarchy consists mainly of a matriarchy, where the men,
Adria told me,
where the men are entirely subjugated.
but they don't seem happy about it.
They are
I mean,
not.
I'm sure no one is happy to be subjugated, but
They are not. And in order to draw out their full power, they must be tortured. It
Very
is
grisly
that-
existence.
That is the belief of the Drow. That the men are useless tools for nothing more than breeding in battle. And as a man, I find it very offensive.
I find it painful. They look. I know obviously they shouldn't be happy to be tortured, but they looked in so much pain.
That is the infernal chain, or what some on the surface call the dog's leash, does to a man.
There's no dogs down here.
It embeds itself in your very soul and burns away at it.
Is there no way to remove it?
You could see from Kellyander that even after his wife has gone, he is still bound to servitude.
But are they all born with it? Or
The
is
moment,
it like a ceremony?
the moment a Drow is confirmed to be a boy, they are embedded with a spike and forced into servitude. Some mothers, to avoid having their children suffer, even go so far as to anesthetize them. It never helps, though.
What a dreadful experience to live through.
Especially since the Drow live nearly 4 times as long as the regular elves. But we needn't dwell on that. We have a beholder to murder. Well, you have a beholder to murder. I have some tunnels to dig.
That part of the agreement you came to with their leader.
Yes, I made a arrangement that I would draw the ire of the Shogun and assist in drawing a tunnel system into the actual city so as to make things easier for the armed forces. And in return, they would let you all go free at the end.
Oh,
Oh, free.
They were gonna keep us, huh?
Indeed. Especially you, as he points to you, Cabal.
oh.
Because I share a patron with them.
Exactly. And Adria does not have a
Male.
chain mate, as they call it.
You. Oh.
Ball just kind
ew.
of brings his hand, which has noticeably become more like his animal form, to his chest. And say I would be thrilled to be chained like that.
I wouldn't myself, so. And
You're going free at the end of this too, right, Quasimodo?
they can't keep a gnome like me down.
But no, that's not what I asked. Do they intend to?
Oh, they'll probably try to.
I believe Quasi can fend for himself. Worst case scenario, he just... Tiffany looks around to see if there's any, like, drows listening in real quickly.
Yeah, if you want to make a perception check.
Alright.
You don't seem to see any that might be around.
If need be, he can add another list to his... Or add another city to his list.
That, my dear Tiffany, was the plan from the beginning.
Or, I mean, you could just do that thing you did to me before and, like, appear.
And if you do that, can I at least get the really cool blue sword?
Unfortunately, I don't know if that's transferable. Pact magic and all.
Tragic.
Priorities.
Well then, good luck. Have fun killing a beholder. I wish you all well. Oh, and here, as he reaches into his pocket and pulls out 4 potion vials, 1 for each. And for you, Brihanna, as he hands her a bigger one.
Don't suppose you have a spare.
Healing potions, or
Yeah, these are regular healing potions.
okay.
Or actually, I forget. Hope, you were was it you or Catherine that brought me back?
It was me.
Yeah. I just turn and look at Garrick. If I die going down on this thing, just let me be.
Alrighty.
Do I hear that?
I believe so. He would
With
be
my
like
passive
right,
perception of 13?
Yeah, he'd be right next to you. So
I am going to, with my exceeding athletics, jump as high as I can and smack him on the back of the head.
Hey, I'm
I'm
not
not
in any
gonna
hurry to get chained up.
I don't care! I'm not letting you die! If need be, I'll kill them myself.
Damn.
Ay.
You're my family now.
with that,
Cabal?
Quasimodo's just like, ooh, impressive.
You're my family now, Cabal. Family takes care of family.
Flattered, really, but let us
No
not forget
buts.
that at this point, we're pretty much taking on an army ourselves.
And with that,
So
Quasimodo
we'll die
goes,
together.
Quasimodo goes, oh no. You see, they have such confidence in their newly acquired necromancy, which is pathetic, by the way. They can't even make a single ghoul or an argul. They just make all these pathetic zombies. I do zombies for free. But they are so confident in their newly acquired necromancy that they are literally going to throw themselves at the mind flayers, die, bring themselves back, and continue the process.
I mean, it's efficient.
Little do they know they're going to run out of bodies very soon.
Another one of your schemes.
And he taps the side of his nose. You're so clever, Cabal. I love it.
Well, we'll leave you to it. We'll have our hands full with just the mind flare alone.
Good luck against the Beholder.
Yeah, beholder.
Before you go, Quasimodo,
Yes.
I want to give you something.
Oh.
It means a lot to me but I'm giving it to you in case I don't see you again. Okay?
How kind.
Okay, so I'm giving him a bag, but there's a couple things in the bag. I'll tell you what they are.
Okay.
I'm giving him the rest of the saltwater taffy,
Mm-hmm.
which there's not very much left, but there's some.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving him the badge that we were given to get into the college.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving him my black and gray swirly rock and my potion of batshit.
Yes.
It's
your
that's
yes.
that's all in the little bag, and I just give it to him, and I say, "Now go dig some tunnels and steal dead bodies."
You know me so well. And you watch as he waves his hand with magic, and he starts flying away as he literally just breaks through the ceiling of this amphitheater.
Really quickly, go to one of the chairs that the guys erupted from
Mm-hmm.
and just look at it, inspect it.
Basically, it looks like a really shoddily made wooden horse, where looking at it, you assume they were lying on their backs the entire time.
Like coffin-esque.
More one man, like leg leaning against leg.
So like slave ship.
Yeah, slave ship.
Great. Awesome. Dope. Super
Except
fun.
Encased in this equivalent.
Rock.
It's the equivalent of paper mache.
Awesome. Super dope. Love that. Gonna try and not think about it too much. And I would like to really quickly send a message
Oh.
to Makarov.
Ah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is Oriana. Very soon, there is going to be an attack on the capital. Please stay safe. Don't tell anyone. I love you. Bye.
You feel your spell go off, but you don't get a response.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say didn't find a target, and I was like, "Don't you do this
No,
to me!
no.
Don't you do this to me twice in one
You
day,
feel
man!"
you feel your spell find its target.
Okay.
But you don't
Okay,
get a
good.
response.
That's fine. I don't need one. I don't want him to die or become chained to an elf. Do.
How would
So, beholder.
What was that, Lancy?
how would they treat an automaton?
Not you.
No, I know, but I'm trying to think. I'm like, what would
Oh.
they do?
Probably just smelt you.
Oh dang.
Smelt you into a chain.
What if I real quickly put 2 breastplates on?
I don't know if that's gonna help.
What if he has 3?
As you all exit from this amphitheater, there is actually a woman in brightly colored garb, and she has symbols of a deity that you're not familiar with, Oriana or Tiffany. Excuse me.
Go through the whole party. You'll get there.
Yeah, Tiffany hardly knew his own.
And looking at her, she has a pure black veil covering her face. As she reaches out towards you, Tiffany, and goes, "The master has instructed me that you require maintenance."
Yes. Is that your king?
Yes, Kellyander.
I shall. What type of maintenance? am I to be receiving?
Maintenance that will restore you.
Only if we can come with him.
No. It is to be done alone.
How long will
No,
this take?
like-
It is unknown. We must first assess the damage.
Let us
Why
assess
can't
this-
we come with you?
The ritual must be done alone.
Let us assess the damage, and then figure out from there.
I was about
Because
to say.
I would rather fight with my damaged memory than potentially not be there for my companions.
The ritual will perform the assessment. It cannot be done without the ritual.
Can I do an insight check real quick on this bitch?
Certainly.
Because I don't trust her for a fucking
Yeah,
second.
that's sus as hell.
I'm getting so many bad vibes.
She really senses the sussy vodka.
The ritual has to be done alone. The assessment's part of the ritual. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Yeah, fuck you. 17 plus 4 is 21 plus, no, wait, 17 plus 7 plus 4.
That's
17 plus 7 plus 4.
38.
No, that can't be right.
28, excuse me.
There we go.
38.
Wait. Yeah. 28. 28. That was like how
Oh.
math work.
Oh, she is fucking sus. Like,
Is she lying?
she is lying through her veil.
Okay,
She
I would request that Oriana like signals me that it's sus, and then I want to wild shape into like a bug or shit, and then just tag along.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Oriana, you get the sense that if you let Tiffany go with this individual, you will never see Tiffany again.
Oh my god.
Right. I'm going to put on my most saccharine smile, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what that means?
I don't know what that means.
Like super like diabetes sweet. Just super sweet smile.
Crocodile
I'm gonna
tears approach, I see.
Mm-hmm. Could I ask a question about the ritual?
The ritual is sacred, not more than is necessary.
Of course, I wouldn't want to disrupt your culture in any way. It's just my God has tasked me to learn about other religions so that I can become a better person in my own. Is this a holy ceremony?
It is the most sacred of ceremonies.
While I do this, Matthew,
Yeah?
I would like to, like, I'll have, like, my hands behind my back,
Mm-hmm.
like, like Animal Crossing kind of talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
And assuming Garrick is behind me,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to give me a second. I'm trying to find something. Oh god, I can't find it. Fuck, where did it go? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. I'm pissed. I would like to, as my hands are behind my back, reach into my backpack as best I can, taking as much time as I need. And I'm like really over explaining, like, no, it's like this, and like not trying to probe any deeper than just barely surface level, just really, talking out of my ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull out one of the feathers from the rock and wave it so that Garrett can see.
As you do that, you know what? I'm going to.
Oh, fuck this this up. Please don't fuck this up.
What
Please
is
don't
it?
fuck this up. Please
Let's
don't fuck
do-
this up. Please don't fuck
Okay,
this up.
that's
Please don't fuck this
that,
up. Please
and
don't fuck.
then...
Please don't fuck this up. 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 Please,
Oh my god.
Please, Govnu. Please, Govnu.
Okay.
Please.
Brihanna, who is also standing next to Garrick,
Yeah.
sees you waving this feather, and then rolls a natural 20 on her insight.
Yes.
And,
Thank God.
and as she does that, she walks up, puts a hand on your shoulder, Oriana, and goes, "Don't worry, dear. It's just a ritual. One that I'm sure will be over very soon. And... oh my fucking god. Hang on, I need to do some math.
I was about to say, did Brihanna manage to call bullshit?
Hang on, hold up.
I am so stressed.
There is so much story happening this session.
That's why
I
wanted to record it for Brad.
want Tiffany to survive. I need to know more about Tiffany.
So do
Glad to know you got your priorities straight, Lanty.
Yeah, I don't know my fucking story. I was just told one day by Matt, hey, your character's gonna have, like, amnesia. Okay.
Okay, so if we ever commit murder, we can safely tell you, because you're not going to remember it.
Yup.
Well, I mean, my memory bank is kind of restored.
Alright,
It's not a fully.
you watch as Brihanna steps up, places the hand on your shoulder, and goes,
Yep.
I'm sure it'll be over very soon. And in a flash, her hand is at her glaive on her back. Wham! Natural 20 to hit.
Oh my god.
And you watch as the head of this woman poof, pops off and flips in the
Yes!
air. As
Fuck
she does
that bitch.
as she does 36 points of damage to it.
Oh!
Literally maximum damage.
Holy shit. Fuck that bitch.
Why can't we have you playing Brad's character?
I mean, yeah. And the head twirls in the air for a couple of seconds before it thumps onto the ground. And you watch as where there was a neck, there's now just these wires, and oil begins to just erupt out of it.
He was a robot.
I just, Cabal just kind of walks up towards Brihanna. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad you kind of jumped the gun there a bit.
Oh, that's not what we were going for?
Just trying to get someone's attention. She was lying through her teeth. Well, I'm sure they aren't actually teeth. Because that's definitely not what a person looks like on the inside.
And Brihanna picks up the head and just kind of lifts the veil. You know what? Give me a nature check, all of you.
Oh god. I'm so smart, guys. Don't worry about it.
Can I get advantage since this is
Yeah, go ahead.
probably one of my favorite-
Advantage for you, Tiffany.
Sweet.
I am so smart, guys.
Natural one on both sides.
You are cursed.
Oh my fucking god!
Tiffany doesn't even realize this is.
Bobnu doesn't want you to know yet, Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany. It's not time for Tiffany to learn about the nuts and the bolts.
What'd you roll, Oriana?
Okay, sorry. I was distracted. I was distracted by telling everybody how smart I am. Nature.
Yep.
11. Oh wait, no, I forgot my D4. Wait for the D4. 12.
Cabal, you are the only one who is able to ascertain this, but just by looking and feeling, the mouth and teeth are chicken bones.
Oh, interesting.
Why
But-
would there be
Nice.
chicken bone?
They're
in a
not.
robot?
They're not real chicken bones. They're synthetic chicken bones.
My god, they don't even have real chicken bones.
They don't have chickens down here. Oh god.
But all I can this still doesn't answer my question. It's like, Why was there chicken bones in a robot?
Robot, robot, robot.
It's the weirdest thing. It's the teeth are made from
Is
synthetic
it
chicken
like
bones.
dentures, but made of fake chicken bones, like fake enamel?
Basically,
Nice.
it's weird.
I mean,
Holy crap.
fuck that bitch, but you gotta applaud their ingenuity.
Yes.
I guess.
Tiffany's just sitting here like, I was gonna get fixed!
No, you weren't, Tiffany. She was lying.
Baby, they were gonna kill you so fast and so hard.
They were gonna take you away and never bring you back, and I don't want that.
None of us want that. What?
Alright, I believe it.
Oh, lordy Lou.
So with that, you all begin to make your way out of the city, following the plan that was mapped out on the map, the large map in the planning room, where you exit the city through the exterior gate. You see just this army of women in full armor, full like breastplate and just this ceremonial armor that shines with this bioluminescent light, and all these men basically in gimp armor with this burning chain centered in their chest.
Great, super awesome.
With the crack of a whip, all of them rush out. As they do, Adria stands back and gestures to you all to approach her. Come, I will lead you to where you can best plan your assault. Unfortunately,
Oh, sorry. Go on. Sorry. Go, finish what you're saying.
Unfortunately, I will not be able to aid you, as my fight is with the rest of my people. We will do the best we can to draw away, if not slay, this Elder Brain Dragon. Many of us will fall, but that will be a proud price to pay for the eventual return to the surface.
And wait, this is Adria saying this to us?
This is.
I'm just like, yeah, sure.
Can I make an insight check to see how she reacts to Tiffany being here?
Sure.
Okay. Where did my D4 go? I put my dice away for some fucking reason. There it is.
Excuse me.
22.
She seems indifferent.
She does. So there's not like, why is he here?
You get the sense that she's none the wiser to the plans of her father.
Oh, got it.
so
It's a
she's
him
not-
thing, not a them thing.
Yeah, she's not entirely in cahoots.
It's a him thing, not a them thing. Got it.
Pretty much.
Okay, I follow.
And with that, she leads you, as the group of soldiers rushes out ahead, she leads you down this sort of off the beaten path into a tunnel that slowly and steadily arcs up and around over. You travel for the better part of 5 hours before you come out onto this large outcropping that overlooks this massive city, similar to the Drow city, except none of the bioluminescent. It is all bright with this glowing ethereal light from underneath it. This bright white ethereal light. And there, sat in the center of this entire encampment, you can see there is this large spire that towers above the entire city, that has this wide open top to it. And there, you can see this hulking beast of a beholder floating next to this massive in stature dragon that just ever so slightly you can see a slight sparkle of gold underneath this icky, gooey exterior.
So sad.
As it takes to the air and dives after this army of soldiers that you can see at the far side of the city is launching an assault at it. As the beholder sits there, just watching over this dragon as it flies out. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Perception. Not terrible, not terrible. Not as good as my insight, but fine. Oh god, I can't fucking do math! 21. Jesus.
What's 9 plus 10?
19.
21.
21. Come on, guys. 21.
Oh, I thought you were legitimately asking, sorry.
Hey, I heard
No,
9
sorry.
times 10, so I was confused.
No. Cabal and Oriana. You both just barely, and I mean like for a flash of an instant, next to the beholder, make out a glimmer of a flash of gold and something that's bright white before the beholder turns back around and floats back into the spire as the two bright sources turn and follow.
Flash of gold and bright white. You saw that too, right?
Yeah. Can I make a guess at what it is? Or am I
Sure.
just like, I saw some shiny things?
You can make a guess if you want to.
I'm saying, can I roll to make a guess?
Oh! Yeah. History check.
Smart or am I dumb?
History check with disadvantage.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Because you only saw the slight flash of them.
Because Catherine has a guess, but I don't want Catherine to be right.
Mhm.
Because that would suck.
Mhm.
I got a 4 and a 5. So with history, that would
Don't forget to
be.
add the-
Oh,
don't
oh
forget
yeah,
to-
my D4. Wait, hold on. Let me get my D4 out. Hold on. All right, so 4 plus 1 plus 1 is 6.
You have no idea.
All right, if Catherine's guess is right, Matt, I'm going to find where you live and smack you.
You'll find me on campus. Easy enough.
I'll find you and I'll smack you.
Yeah, no, I'm fully expecting it. But that
If
is
it
where
is
we're
what
going
I
to,
think it is.
that is where we were
Oh,
going to
you
end
s-
tonight's session.
Son of a bitch, you! I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. If that ends up being Sai and Sandy, I'm going to kill your entire bloodline.
Well, I guess I should find a new bloodline then.
Don't you
kill
do this to me,
Sai?
Matthew. Don't